Okay, y'all. So remember when I said I had an experience with the Christian community a couple days ago, and I was going to explain to you guys on what the experience was. It was a different conversation for a different day, and I feel like I have time to talk about it. So last Saturday, um, me and my soul sister um, attended a prayer circle at a specific location, and we had already, had our preconceived notions about the experience because it was held by Christian people, so to speak. And that term, or people that follow that religion or believe that religion, can sometimes, oftentimes, be very judgmental. And don't get me wrong, because I've grew up in Christianity. I grew up with Brother Jesus. I grew up getting saved and baptized. I did the whole nine. We used to go to church every other day. When I used to go spend summers with my aunt, she was in the church real heavy. My grandma, my aunts, everybody was in the church. My whole family is Christian. And I'm not saying this to knock anybody's preference. I'm talking about my experience. I'm talking about my view and how I see this thing and the studies that I've done. I know that everything is one. I know that all of these different religions and all these different titles and political parties are put in place for us as a system to not be one. So the people that follow Christianity will use the Bible as a way to um, judge others or say negative things about other people or deem other people demonic or say they're practicing witchcraft or saying negative things about people that choose to do things outside of what they know. They've been colonized because during that prayer circle, a lot of breakthroughs did come through. My spirit was releasing a lot. My baby's spirit was releasing a lot. My niece's spirit was releasing a lot. My sister released a little, but it was between me and her. It had nothing to do with what the lady that was leading the prayer circle had to say or what she had to do, because she started to pray and say things, and then she started to become judgmental in the prayer. She started to say that people are possessed by demonic spirits and witchcraft and all these things. And me and my sister had already come to a conclusion that these things were going to be said, because that's what they say about spirituality. Anybody that says that they know that everything is one and it's one divine source, one divine God, and I don't need to go through Jesus to get to God because I am a God body. I embody God. I am God's child. So I am a God and a goddess. People will deem that as witchcraft. People will deem that as negative. People will deem that as demonic. But if you read the Bible and you say you know the Bible, like you say you know the Bible has rituals in it. The Bible talks about herbs. The Bible talks about natural healing. And if you really study your roots, and this shows us how far we have gotten away from our roots and let the colonizer colonize our mind. We've gotten so far away from the roots that when we see people that are practicing their strength and their divinity and expressing themselves in a spiritual way, that is demonic or negative. And when she was praying and she started to say that demonic and witchcraft and all those things, it kind of turned my switch off. It kind of made me confirm on my decision of not wanting to be in those communities around those kind of people, because I am not judgmental. I will never say that you are demonic or you are a demon or you are negative for choosing to be in that religion or choosing Christianity. I get it. I was once there. But once you really find yourself and do your work and do the studies and not allow people to give you information and you say that's your truth, then you will realize that everything is one. Everything is one spirit. We come from the cosmos. We are stars. Earth is a woman and she births. We are a part of this cosmic universe. Jesus is our brother. Yes, he did great things. That's somebody else's story. I will not live my life by his story. Get it? His story, history, his story. So sometimes we let people tell us who we are. And in spirituality, I like it because it brings everybody together. It brings the crosses together. It brings Buddha together. It brings Allah together. Because everything is one. If you read those books and read those studies, you will see that everything comes back to one source. And I don't have to go through a third party to get to direct source because source is within me. And that is another reason why I had to walk away from the church and walk away from Christianity when I continued to find myself and that light came on within me. Because I know that I am a light being, I am a divine being, and I am one of source energy. It's not, oh, I'm going to hell if I don't do this, or I'm going to. There is no such thing as heaven or hell. Heaven or hell is in here. Heaven or hell is in your heart. Heaven or hell is in your spirit, in your soul. It's what you choose to walk. We all have choices. Yes, I shade to the butterfly. Yes, we all have had experiences. Yes, we have all have experienced the experiences. But saying that because I am tapped into my spirit and I do natural ways of healing and herbal healing and those kind of things, saying that is demonic, that is judgmental. That is not inclusive. And that's why I cannot be a part of that kind of community because it's not inclusive. Because we are all one. I don't care what kind of costume you wear, what color your skin is, what color your, whatever religion, whatever political party, we are all one. At the end of the day, it always comes back to one source. Yes, Brother Jesus did some great acts. Yes, I still wear my crosses. I got a cross tattooed on my foot. Yes, I know. But I also know that just as the great works as Brother Jesus did, I can do. So how dare you, spiritual being, having a human experience, title a person that is tapped into their spirit demonic or doing witchcraft for really knowing who they are. And then she went on to say during the prayer or after the prayer or whatever they had going on, now she had some pens and she was getting people to write their manifestations or whatever on a piece of paper, put it in a jar and walk backwards towards the ocean. That's a ritual. That is a ritual. So in that specific prayer that you said that people was doing rituals and doing witchcraft, you just did witchcraft. You just did witchcraft. You just did a ritual. You just introduced people to a ritual. So we got to stop trying to deem everybody demonic and deem things negative and low vibrational because they don't look like what you are used to. And the people that try to point the fingers and try to hide behind Christianity, it's because you don't know who you are. So you've allowed your mind to get colonized and to be one with that religion because that's, you holding on. That make you look good. But in the background, you a whole bully. You've been a bully. You've been talking negative. You've been talking down. You've not been pure. You've not been loving. You've not been peace and light. I tell anybody, dog, my intentions in my heart is pure than a lot of people that's in that church. A lot of people that bust down them doors every week because they still tainted. They still waiting on something outside themselves to save them, and you got to save you. It may give you motivation. It may give you inspiration, but you got to save you. But it just boggled my mind, and my sister looked at me, and I look at her like, did she just get them instructions on how to do a ritual, but we demonic? Spiritual people are demonic? We're doing witchcraft, but you are giving instructions to somebody to do the same rituals? And if you read the Bible has rituals in it, and it has herbs in it, and it has all kind of other things in it. Do you not know that the government that is running this place is all conducted over a spell? It is a magic spell. They use the dates and all of that stuff to harvest energy to continue to build their parties, to build their government. I don't want to keep y'all too long, but I just had to talk about that. Like, girl, bye. That's why I can't be around that energy. I can't be in that community because it's so judgmental. I love spirituality because it brings everything together. No matter what you are, no matter how you look, no matter what you say that you believe in, everything is one. And the power is in you. I love y'all. I like y'all. Until next time. Peace.